psychological effects of abuse on women and criminal psychology, and it was really fun and uplifting. And this semester was all rehearsal and character study for myself and all the other actors. I wanted to talk about why I chose the show, which is I feel like a story about abused women being unheard is a really important story to tell. Because I think that I hope that you are all able to sympathize with every character in the show, not just the women. And because I think that the events in this play happen far too often. And I think that if we all are able to sympathize more, then maybe we can make that untrue. Please turn off all your cell phones. Photos and video are not allowed. If you're staying for the next show, please exit the theater because we need to clear all this stuff and bring in all the next stuff. And the exits are there and there, the way you came in. And thank you for coming. Enjoy the show.
Smell the paving stones, wet, sharp. The tarmac road made my dog teeth tingle. There was aniseed, rubber, and then the lamppost studded with smells that were studded with jewels of wood, metal, meat. The stars pierced my dog nose like silver wires. A woman came out of her house, sickly to smell of her rot. She smelled of armpits and babies and fish and 100 other things screaming at me like a brass band. I knew what she'd had for her tea. I knew she was pregnant. I could smell it. She didn't look at me, just walked straight on by, thought I was just a dog. I laughed, a quiet dog laughed. You think I'm a dog, but I'm Billy, I'm me! The night smells of soot and frost and petrol and beer. I'm at my own door now. I don't need to see it. It comes to me like a coffee. The smells are dancing towards me, the smells of home. I'm inside the house now. Hot, citrus smell of electric light. My wife, my daughter stand up as I enter the room. Oh, the smells I love, all the tiny, shimmering background smells, and the two I love the most, the two smells that fill the room like a siren. One of them is fear. Burning tires, vinegar, piss. And the other is the smell of blood matted in Mary's hair. I gave her a good kicking before I went out.
Is he dead? Stop moving, Janet.
I'm frightened he's not dead!
What have you done, Susan? You have to kill him, Mom.
Is he dead? You shouldn't have done it! I should have done it! He's moving! I can see him moving!
He's dead.
You really got Beth be sure to me! I should do it!
No need to do it twice. I was dead the first time, like shooting a dog in its kennel. Bitches, it wasn't a fair fight!
You should have done it years ago. Oh, call the police then. Shall I?
We need a drink.
We'll drink his whiskey. We'll drink all of it. Later, Ben. We'll get the police.
He looks nice like that. Lying there, nice and still. In his red shirt. It's blood. The shirt was white.
Still, he looks nice and neat, nice and tidy. He'd be pleased. He never liked mess. Why doesn't he close his eyes? Do you think he looks a bit surprised?
Drink. What?
Is his eye flickering? Can you see it?
He's dead.
Look, there!
We killed him. We had to do it. Nothing was flickering.
If he comes back to life, I'll top myself.
Wet sheets, steam, cold slapping against my face. I'm hiding. Suddenly someone's here. Big white arms, big bony hands that do things I don't like. Punch me. Other stuff. What other stuff? She's big. Huge veins in her white legs like blue knotted ropes. Rotted cheese. Ugly. I hate looking at them. Muscle at the back of the knees, bulging yellow skin on the heels. Clatter of what? Clogs. On a hard floor, noise that splits my head in two. Hot, metally taste in my mouth. Crack goes both of my head. Stars float, I'm laughing. Hit me again if you like. I won't cry. I never cried, me. But crack, I swear to the one, crack another bone. Elbow, maybe. The side of my head burns. Out of my mouth comes a noise like a kitten makes when you drown it. But I'm just laughing, right? That's what I'm doing. I don't care, me! If you cut off my arms and legs, if you hit me with a belt till my skin peels off, I won't cry. I just laugh. But when I get bigger, I'll bloody kill you.
Can I get you a cup of tea, officer?
We did it. My sister and I did it. Mom was in the other room.
I was there. No, she wasn't. We did it.
You too shot your father.
Is he dead?
They're taking him away now.
But is he dead?
We shot him twice. Was that
Will
enough?
we go to prison?
Was it an accident?
We don't mind if we go to prison, do we, Susan?
We don't mind, no. If you could just tell us if he's dead, officer.
It seems that way.
Are you sure?
I'm not qualified to say.
I told you, I saw his eye flickering.
Was there a reason for shooting him? You must have had a reason.
We don't want to talk about that.
If you don't mind.
Something's gone on, hasn't it?
Things have been quite tense recently. Tense? Yes.
What was his fit?
6 days sometimes. Our nerves have been
I
bad.
never knew when a fit would take him.
He was having fits, so you shot him. Is that what you're saying?
He wasn't an easy man. He was a difficult man.
That's your reason, is it? Is it?
We don't want to talk about it, if you don't mind.
I'm in bed. It's pitch dark. I've got my knees up to my chest. Icy, cold. You can't sleep for it. Not even with your coat on and your boots. They're shouting along the landing, banging, same as every night. He's drunk. She's screaming at him, "You bastard, you useless bloody bastard, you're no bloody good to me!" And he's roaring like a bull in an abattoir. No words. Too drunk for that. Under the covers now. Me, stop it. But I can hear them. I know them. I've seen them biting and tearing. Teeth fly, blood spurts, heads bang off walls. You stupid drunk pig. They're staggering. 3 steps this way, 3 steps that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Wood splinters. You stupid drunk blind fuck pig. I hear them fall. Feel his bones. His blind head hits each stair. Sinews tear and snap. She shouts, "Get out! You're no bloody good to anyone." I'm out of bed now. I'm running downstairs. The front door is open. She's trying to throw him into the street, but her hands are around his throat. She's screaming like this. Ah! Like a banshee! I don't want my mother to make noises like that, so I kick her. I don't know why, but I do. He's on his hands and knees in the street. There's frost on the ground glittering. He tries to get up and falls over because he's drunk and he's blind. His hands are stretched out. He wants someone to help him. Sounds come from him. There's snot and tears. Bitch, he says. Bitch. Stupid blind bastard. Stop it! Stop crying, Dad! You mustn't ever cry. I don't like looking at you when you do that. I don't like hearing you. I'm glad when she slams the door. She punches my head. Bang! What are you doing up? It's cold upstairs, Mom. It's pitch black dark. It's like being blind. I don't want to go blind like my dad. I don't want to go blind. She grabs my arm, twists with both hands like she's wringing out washing. Don't be so bloody soft. Don't be so bloody soft! I don't like to think about it. Out there in the dark, banging into things. I don't like to think about it. So I don't.
Is this the cell?
Yes.
It's beautiful.
You should try and get some sleep now.
I could live here.
I'll take your belt.
You're not to lock the door.
I know.
I'm on antidepressants.
I know.
I've never slept on my own.
How old are you, Janet?
34. I've always slept with my sister.
Even when you went on holiday?
We've never been on holiday. We've never been anywhere.
The door will be open. I'll be right outside.
We had to do it, you know.
I'll be right outside.
You don't know what it's been like. Your life's normal. We come from a different world.
I walked into the room, I picked up the gun, and I shot him.
We know you didn't marry him. Your prints aren't on the weapon.
Pardon?
The fingerprints aren't yours. We know the girls did it. They told us.
Oh.
Why?
Why what?
Why did they shoot their father?
I think something burst.
Just trying to imagine what led you to do it, Susan.
It was fitting. We shot him.
What did he do to you?
Nothing.
How old are you, Susan?
36.
Never had a boyfriend?
No.
What about your sister?
No.
Never?
We were very close as a family. We didn't need that sort of thing.
Most girls have boyfriends at some time in their lives. Why not you?
We had each other.
Did he knock you about?
Sometimes.
Your mother? Your
Sometimes.
sister? Badly?
He had quite a temper. Sometimes.
What got him in a temper?
Things.
Such as?
We weren't to make a noise when we clicked on the light switch. Plates clattering, that wasn't allowed. Sometimes we buttered his toast wrong.
Sometimes you buttered his toast wrong?
In the wrong direction. Butter in the wrong direction.
I see.
No, you don't. How could you see? You couldn't begin.
Tell me then. Explain. Then maybe I will
I'm
see.
tired. I'm very tired. Please don't ask me any more questions. I just want to sleep now. I just want to sleep for a very long time. I think I'm coming down with something.
You haven't told me everything, Susan.
I'm sorry. I'm tired. I'm not well.
Did he sleep with you?
I think I've got a temperature. My face is burning. Is the room tilting?
Did he do anything sexual to
I'm
you?
sorry. You must think I'm drunk. Is it just me or is the room skewed? My face is burning. My head's burning. I need aspirin. I need a doctor. I need something. I'm not well.
Your sisters told us he did. She told us he slept with both of you. Shh.
your time. There's still time. Don't say a word unless it's no. Laugh at me. Go on, laugh. She's a bloody liar, that Janet. Tell him she's mental.
I'm dry mouth.
Since you were 13 years old.
Yes.
Oh, you bloody bitch. You've done it now. You said the thing that you never be said. Take the yes back, snatch it back, go on, say no, no, I didn't mean that. You're opening your mouth, go on, speak. There's trouble in your throat, ignore it. Just shout no, you stupid bitch. Don't worry about the thing's grass ants on your head.
I'm very sorry.
And now, a rush of fear unties your bladder. They've tricked you, Susan. Not dead. Not dead at all. And soon I'll burst through that window and I'll kill you! Water streaming down her leg, her eyes streaming. The dam is breached, the walls have collapsed. Get up off the floor, you stupid bitch. Get up off the floor!
I need some help here, Mary. I'm in the dark. Could you start by telling me a little about yourself, maybe?
There isn't anything to tell.
I'll fetch you a cup of tea. Would that help?
That'd be nice. Thank you. I'm 6 years old, walking home from school. There's deep snow crunching on the ground, and my feet are tingling cold. I have on Wellingtons and green woolen mittens, threaded through my sleeves with elastic. I get to my street, and before I can get to our house, Auntie Ruby comes out of it, in a black fur hat, and hurries me away. "Oh, the might," she says, "oh, the might." In my head, it muddles with Almighty God, whose Son suffered and died because he loved us. Imagine the nails, Mary. Imagine the nails, Sister Bridget says, being driven into our Lord's beautiful hands. Think of the pain, Mary. Think of the blood as nail is driven through sinew and bone and soft, soft flesh. He suffered this because he loved us so much. I'm thinking this all the way to Auntie Ruby's. I'm thinking, let the dark thing not happen. I will dwell upon the suffering of our Lord. I will drive nails into my own hands. Only let it not happen. Ruby's house is dark and cold. Something terrible is wrong. The prank didn't work. My food congeals on my plate. My heart lodged in my throat like a stone. Why can't I go home? But I know the world has ended. Your poor mother is what they say. That chop will be placed in front of you with every meal until you eat it. But my throat is closed. I will never eat again. Days pass. There are carols on the wireless. I feed the chop to the dog, and my mother is not coming back. They've put her in the ground, they say. But won't she be cold? How will she breathe? How will she eat? Will she be lonely? It is Christmas, and my poor mother is deep in the ground up by the moor. I go back to my home. No point lighting a fire, says my father. We won't be having a tree. Christmas Day, I sit hunched
in my coat, longing for my mother to come up out of the cold, lonely ground, and watching my father drink a bottle of whiskey. I am mad with grief, he says, forgive me. I don't know what grief is, but I start to cry anyway. I cried louder and louder, but my mother never comes, and my father doesn't wake. Through the wall, I can hear the neighbors having a sing-song.
Ready to tell me anything?
It was him or us. He was going down and he was taking us with him. We were frightened. We thought, one day he'll kill us all and then shoot himself. And then no one will ever know what went on. It's a form of torture to think that no one will ever know, isn't it?
Dear Mom,
We're in a lovely place with gardens and a small pond with fish, and it is beautiful here.
last night we took baths with as much water as we wanted, and it was as close to heaven as we've ever been.
Everyone is kind, and our rooms are warm.
People say the rules here are strict, but we just laugh, Janet and me.
Sometimes we talk to lawyers.
They're very nice.
This is the first time we've been free in the whole of our lives, which is funny, really, when you think about it, because the remand center is actually a sort of prison, isn't it?
Your loving daughters, Susan.
And Janet.
Are you sleeping now, Mary?
In the night, he's back to accuse me. He says, you let them kill me, now I'll have to kill you.
You can't harm you anymore.
I love you, he said. Practically straight away. I believed him. I was 20. I knew nothing. I was lonely and he was handsome. And now he'll never leave. It'll never be over. It'll never end. Every time I look in the mirror, he's there. Scars. Here is where he did this or that. There is where he broke my fingers. When he comes into my dreams, I think my heart will stop. That's how he'll kill me. I'll die of fright.
I'm trying to prepare a case for the defense.
I had clinical depression. That's what they called it.
So if you could tell me everything you can about what happened.
The doctors kept saying, why, Janet? Why are you like this? Every morning, wake up crying. It made him mad.
I think we may be able to provide a very strong case for citing mitigation over a period of years.
He wanted me to smile. Go on, take that look of yours. Smile, Janet, smile. Or people might catch on. I couldn't do it anymore. The muscles in my face stopped functioning. He shouted, you've locked out everything you want for nothing. Every time I went to the hospital. Is there anything you want to tell us? No? Nothing? No. Because what could I say? Where would I start?
Perhaps you'd like a cup of tea.
And if I did, I knew he'd kill us all. Mom, then Susan, then me. In that order. Then himself. I knew he would because he told me.
What were your feelings when you shot him?
Pardon me?
When you shot him, what did you feel?
What did you feel here? What did you feel there? Where did the intercourse take place? What difference does it make? The pictures in my head are mine, and giving them to you won't wipe them out.
Janet! Are you listening?
I felt nothing.
Did you feel relieved? Elated?
You think he's gone now, he's dead. The dead don't go anywhere. They dance in your head, they come to you at night. The dead don't die, I know that now.
Did you love him?
Of course we did. He was our father.
don't remember pleasure. I was born age 6 with teeth and a black heart. And what? 8. She has a new man now, a soft, milky thing, no match to my lost blind dad. He winds wool for her with his limp fish hands, a voice like cruel, boneless he is, and yet, dark feet like blocks of ice, heart banging against my throat, voices burbling in the darkness. Is anybody there? Is anybody there? They got a drowned man once. He spoke with weeds tangled in his throat. I heard him. He opens his mouth and it's not his voice come out, it's dead people. Not frightened me. I'm just cold. That's what the banging noises in my chest, cramp in my leg, dry tongue. Stupid bastards don't know I'm here. Stupid bastards. There's someone coming through, he says. There's someone coming through. It's Mom. Stupid bastards, I don't believe him. I wish someone would put the light on. Skin's going tight at the top of my head. It feels like I'm having a heart attack. Mom! Billy? Is that you? Let me stay. Please, I want to stay. I won't make no noise. I told you, bloody bugger. I told you. She's dragging me, pulling me upstairs and fighting back. Bloody get off me! Bloody get off! No, don't shove me open the door. It's black in there. The black's in my nose and mouth and eyes. I can't breathe. She says, get in the cupboard. You'll have no light. You don't deserve it. Bloody bastard, I shout. Bloody big bastard! Crack! She hits me. Crack! Keep your fury, Billy, she says. You'll need it out there. But never cry, or I'll send the devil to you. No! No! Don't shoot me out of the door! No! Please don't send the devil to me, please! No! Let me go! But she slams the door anyways. I won't cry, I shout. I bloody won't. Bastards. Bloody damn black shit bastards. Don't send the devil to me. I don't want to see him. Bloody pig bugger devil. I bloody am not. I bloody am not. I bloody am not frightened, you buggers. You pig buggers!
You must feel very angry, Susan.
Pardon me?
With your mother? She was there all those years?
They said we could go home now. They said unconditional bail.
Your mother was there all the time, and she did nothing to stop it, did she?
You don't think of it like that.
Why?
Why what?
I wonder if sometimes you resent her, perhaps?
Why?
Why do you think?
We love her. She's our mother.
I think sometimes you deny what you feel. I think it's understandable.
I think we live on different planets. I'm sorry that was rude.
You must be rude if that's how you feel.
Most of what you say we don't understand.
You said yesterday you didn't mind going to prison. Did you mean that?
We killed him. He's dead. There's nothing you can do about any of it.
Let us try.
This getting angry, this feeling this and feeling that, it's not for us. It's not really our sort of thing. You think you can understand it, but you can't see the size of it. If you were to live in our heads for 5 minutes, you'd go mad and die. Best we deal with it ourselves.
Our town is full of soldiers. There's war on. I like to shine on their boots, I like the sound they make on the cobbles, harsh, strong, and get my teeth tingling. They're polished, trim, and neat, these men, belted and tucked and ready for action already. I'm hooked. I follow them to their barracks hall. The neatness of it, The rows of bunks, the order, I'm beside myself with longing. Each bed tight made, each corner neat and parceled, no caps, no mistakes. There's method in this. The air smells of carbolic and boot polish and engine grease. One of them shows me his kit, his boots gleaming under his bum, placed just so, at just such an angle. The precision of it makes me feel faint, and a shiver ripples across my groin. I am at home here. I am in paradise here. They take me to show me the storerooms. Miles of shelving stacked to the roof with supplies. I say the word under my breath. Supplies. In the event of supplies, this is the organization. Nothing can go wrong here. Everything, every last thing labeled, everything in its place. The soldier talks to me in a strange accent. London or Scotland or somewhere, says, you have to be organized. Because if anything's out of place, if ever there's an emergency, think of the chaos. He shows me the order books, requisition pads, cancellation forms, goods in, goods out, pink for in, green for out. Things are dancing inside my head. I'm practically singing. He lets me hold his gun. I imagine shooting all the people on our street. Pop, pop, pop. I shoot them because I shouldn't be in here, messing everything up, throwing the system into disarray. I imagine the looks on their faces. Stupid, caught by surprise, pop, astonishment, pain, fear, twisted mouths, some of them even cry. I'm laughing now. Shivers run up and down my spine, my feet are going like Fred Astaire. I feel the most pleasure I have ever felt. I think to myself, there, see how it feels! The soldier takes the gun. There's no bullets in it anyway.
You could have left him.
I did once. Went to my father's, took the girls and ran. My father said, you made your bed, now lie in it. Marriage is a sacrament. Marriage is for life.
Tell me about your father.
I remember this time I made supper for him. The struggle, heaving, boiling kettles as big as myself. Setting out the glass milk jug, just so. Standing on a chair to slice bread. Baked beans it was. The battle with the tin, burning my fingers on the stove. And then the waiting. Look how good I've been looked at, look. Midnight, he comes in and sweeps my beautiful gift from the table. Crockery shattering, beans splattering against the walls. It's cold, is all he says. And my heart shrivels. Later, he wakes me and says, I'm sorry, Mary, forgive me. And that one thing makes me leap for joy inside because it means he loves me. Doesn't it?
Did Billy ever say, I'm sorry, Mary?
At the beginning, yes. Then after, nothing. I longed for him to say it, but he never did. When he came to get me from my dad's that time, he said, I'm sorry, let's make up. And he gave me a kiss. And there was a bit of the old Billy there, the one I loved. I wanted to believe him, and so I went home. When we got through the door, he broke my ribs. Jumped on them. I never went again. He said if I did, he'd find us and kill us.
You mentioned the old Billy. What does that mean?
When I met him, he was gentle. Walked me to my door, said, you're the one for me. Said he'd known straight away. I wish I had a laugh like that, they all said. Light, quiet, handsome. His mother said, if you marry our Billy, he'll put you through the eye of a needle. I didn't know what she meant. I do now. I was soft and shy, not the sort to argue. I was lonely. I was a bit of a wallflower. He
He must have seen me coming.
Tarts. Primping and powdering and giving you the eye. Wouldn't mind if they meant it, but no, half the time they'd hardly give you a feel. Not that I want one. Not that I want one. Other fish to fry. They don't know. They can't see it, any of them. They can't see the rays coming off me. I'd wipe the smiles off their faces. I'd knock their bloody blocks off. I'd have them on their knees begging, while their backs beg. I'm tanked up, a bursting thing. I can feel the blood pounding in my head. I'm thinking how, when I get like this, I do things. Dark, jittery things. I'm thinking how I killed next door's cat to see how it felt. Better. It felt better for a while watching it squirm and cry. It was better than filling up one of those tarts. There's a look I like to see. Here, is it? Face twists, mouth bleeds. I fizz and burn, my insides leap. It reminds me of something. I can't remember what. I just know I'm thinking this when I see her. Sitting quiet, like a rabbit. None of the lipstick, none of the flash. She looks up at me. I know I'll marry her. This is the woman. This is the woman. This is the one. In a flash, it all comes together. I see her. I see children. I see a world. I see my life mapped out before me. I'm a pioneer in enemy territory. I'm gonna knock into shape, impose a bit of order. I dance in my heart. The world is black and cold. I'm taking her with me. She smiles. I feel like I did in the army barracks. It's better than killing the cat. Somehow, that's muddled in with it too.
I can't sleep, Mom. I can't sleep on my own. Bed's too big, things creak, footsteps on the stairs out in the corridor. I think it's him. Every time I think it's him. They say he's dead, but what if he's not? Golden Glow's gone now. Euphoria, they said, hysteria. Small dreams I had then. A glimpse of him, a hand here, a breath there, but quick to go. He's shrinking, I thought. Death has shriveled him. He's back now. The whole of him. His breath on my face, his hands in my hair, pulling me to places I want to forget. I'm not strong like Susan. Soon I will die of this. Big dreams now. Huge dreams. Close my eyes and I'm trapped in the film of our lives. Snap. Another photo. Snap. Smile, Janet, smile. What will they make of these happy family snaps? Our sandals and frocks, our arms entwined, a rabbit eating grass at our feet. And we're smiling, smiling, smiling for our lives, but at the back of my head I say, please, someone read the secret sign. I'm sending you a message. Read it, please. This is not real. This is not true. Can't you see in my eye? He kisses us where it can't be seen. Under our hair, under our clothes, he pushes us across the room. I want to tear off my dress and shout, photo, Anne. We're just smiling.
This is where he died, yes. He did look peaceful. You'd never think to look at him that he'd been shot.
Why did you, put up with all this, Mary?
And this is a medication list?
For phenytoin, 2 vitamin, 1 blood pressure.
He liked to have it all down on paper. Always best to have things in writing.
Like what?
Oh, well, most things really. Rules, lists. Because you see, if we didn't, there was always a risk
Of what?
that something might go wrong.
Why did you tolerate this? You mind if I look upstairs?
No, go on. Memory I have of warmth and light, a wireless playing when I come home from school. But this is long ago, before they put my mother in the ground. After that, nothing. Every night I come home, nobody. No fire. He even sold the wireless. It's not his fault. It's not his fault. I won't have that. He loves me, and I love him so hard my chest hurts. But there's drink and a great sadness, and I'm so small I can't help. The first winter, I think it's the first, freezing fog and my heart like lead. I'm sitting in the parlor and waiting for him. Waiting and aching like a dog, every footstep in the street, every fleeting sound my head caught. Is he coming? Is he coming? He never does. Long past dark, he stumbles through the door with a bag of chips or a bottle of pop and says, "I'm sorry, Mary, forgive me." And then he lies on the floor or the stairs, or sometimes he might even make the chair. Sleeps like a dead man. All those nights waiting for him. Nothing stirring, just me and silence and a world going on outside. As cold and unreachable as the grave. Like the place they put my mother. Sometimes I make a mewling noise, like a cat, to see what it sounds like, to remind myself I'm still here. The noise gets louder and louder until eventually I'm howling into the darkness. Come home, you fucker! I'll howl my throat to shreds, and then you'll be sorry for what you've done! He doesn't come. After a while I stop howling. No one ever comes. I think perhaps I had died, like my mother, and so I cut my arm, a big slice with the carving knife, and the pain is a good thing because it's real, a sharp thing that skitters the stone away from my tomb. Blood flows down my arm and through my fingers, brightest, flowing red. And I know now that I'm not dead. The next night, I do the other arm. And I think of Jesus and what he suffered for love of us. And as the knife draws a ruby ribbon from shoulder to elbow, I'm thinking of my father as much as the pain. I don't know why, but I am.
love my family. They're mine. I love them. What's different about us, see, is I love them a bit more than what you might call normal. Don't ever say I don't love them, because I do. Oh, I do. I've everything I want. A wife, 2 girls, glad they're girls. Nice balance, nice sense of proportion. Me and them. Them and me. No one else. We don't need it, we don't want it. How shit shape everything under control. Lay my hand on anything, anytime I want it. Blindfold.
When you first came into that dance hall, you handed me a port and lemon. I swear I recognized you like I'd known you all my life. I looked into your eyes and my heart welled up. Oh, I will save you! I will save you!
What is all this?
It's arranged alphabetically. Do you see?
I've got rules, I've got a system.
Brown polish, budgie food, bullets spare, bullets spent, curtain rings, dried peas and beans.
Pulses are in a separate section under P.
Emergency supplies, fire lighters. You don't have any open fires.
What I say goes. Train them so they know that.
No, it's just in case.
Of what?
He liked to cover all eventualities.
Glasses, 5 inches from the edge of the table.
Garden implements, hand cream.
Spoons bowl down when you drain them.
Knives, macaroni.
That blue china cat, I like that cat. 3 inches from the fruit bowl. Not 4, not 2, 3! What I say goes.
Pest poison, razor blades, rope.
Got my eye on everything, got my ear to the ground.
Susan and Janet did the labels. They carry me handwriting, haven't they?
You can't take a breath without me. Don't even try!
Did he ever explain the purpose of all this?
It's just spare items, just in case.
Of what?
That's all he said.
Can't take any risks, can't take any chances.
But didn't you ever ask?
I think he was expecting a siege.
Got them on rations, like in the war, it's all there in writing, there's no excuse.
Or a war, an explosion of some sort. He wanted to make sure we'd survive, just the 4 of us.
1 ounce of this, 2 of that, 3 of the other.
He made us do the football games.
Keep a little edge on their hunger, keep them on their
He
toes.
said if we won, he'd buy us a desert island, we'd all go and live there and never come back. It was his dream.
I'm the one who needs feeding up. I'm the one that's to go out there and earn a crust in the cold, in the dark, there's all sorts of stuff.
It was our nightmare.
You've no idea. You lot don't know you're born.
We must have been the only family in England praying not to win.
It's not enough, Susan. We're trying to construct a defense.
I've told you.
When did he first start having intercourse with you?
It was a long time ago, I don't remember. I was young, I don't know, 16.
Yesterday you said 13.
It was a long time ago, I can't remember.
16 or 13? Which?
I was probably younger than 16. I don't know, maybe I was 13.
And how did it happen?
Pardon me?
What were the events which led up to it?
He just said, you know,
Said what?
I was in the shed, he was chopping bones, and he just, you know,
In the shed?
pardon me?
It happened in the shed.
No, he told me in the shed.
Told you what?
He said, Susan, you know I have sex with your mother, now I want it with you too.
And what did you say?
I didn't know what it was. I knew it was bad. Could I have a glass of water, please? he always said, which is what I say goes.
And
And what?
what happened then?
Nothing for a couple of weeks. I felt sick. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what was going to happen. One day he sent Mom and Janet to a jumble sale, and that's when he did it.
Did you tell your mother?
Yes.
And she did
There
nothing?
was nothing she could do. He bought a gun.
Did it happen regularly?
Every Friday, other times in between. We were trapped. Stop looking at me like that. You don't understand. He could have done it to you. Even someone like you. You don't fight, you don't know how to. You keep going, you survive. You think we're freaks, don't you?
No.
Your mother couldn't have saved you either. You're all in it together. You're all locked up together, and you don't tell anyone because it's private.
Would you like a cup of tea?
I'm sorry for shouting.
You weren't shouting.
I'm sorry. Can I stop now?
Dear Dad, I'm writing this because the psychiatrist says I should. I'm to tell you what I feel. They ask this all the time. How does this make you feel? How does that? What did you feel at this time? What did you feel at that? We know how to do it now. We say what they want. We felt vulnerable. We felt frightened. We felt terrified. What I feel is embarrassed. Words, 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 useless everyone. You were our father and we killed you. We're glad you're dead, but sad you weren't nicer because then we wouldn't have had to shoot you. Once, when I was 7 or 8, I came in and you were at the sink playing with our goldfish you took from his bowl. You watched it flap and gasp with a strange, dreamy look in your eye. No color in them, all black. Corners of your mouth turned up. That's how you looked after you hit Mom. That's all I know about you. That look! I can't write this anymore. I don't understand the point. We tell them this bit and that bit, but for them it's just some horrible incident. A case history. Sometimes I think I'll never be free of you. Sometimes I want to come into your grave and shoot you again and again and again! Just to make sure.
Is there a drug you can get to stop you dreaming?
Why?
I'd like one.
What are the dreams about?
Stuff. Is there a drug then, tablets or something?
Dreams can be important.
They're not, they're just rubbish.
Sometimes dreams tell us how we really feel.
It's not true.
Tell me about them.
I can't.
Why? Do they make you feel violent? Angry?
No.
What then?
I wish I'd never said it now.
You'd like the dreams to stop?
I can't live with them, they're killing me.
Try and tell me about them.
I dream that... I can't say it, I'm sorry.
Could you write it?
I can't say it, I can't write it, I can't get rid of it, I'm burning up with it.
With what? If you tell me, I'll help you carry it. I won't be shocked.
I can never tell the worst, I can never tell.
Is your father in these dreams?
Of course he is.
And what is he doing?
I can't tell you.
Can you know?
He's having sex with me. He's having sex with me, and I'm
You're... what?
I'm enjoying it. She said try writing it, so I'm writing it. You come into the room. I can't see your face, it's dark. I'm lying on the bed and I have no clothes on. You kiss me a lover's kiss. You put your tongue inside my mouth and you tell me that you love me. I say I love you too. That's what lovers say, isn't it? I love you too. Dad. I say I love you too, Dad. I can't write this. She said the dreams will stop if I write it down. She said these feelings are normal. I say they're not my feelings, they're my dreams. You touch me. I want you to. It's you and it's not you. I ask you to touch me again and you do. I look at your face above me and you look so sad, and I'm not your daughter, I'm your lover. Except I'm lying now because I know I'm your daughter, and that's what makes it so special and secret. I don't want you to stop. You're the only lover I've ever had. I look at your face and you look so sad, and I will make it all better for you. I pull you down towards me. I wake up. I'm sick over the side of the bed. How could you do this to me, Dad? How could you do this?
We can come home next week, until the trial.
That's very kind of them.
We're not a danger to society anymore.
Of course you're not.
They've given Janet a tape.
A relaxation tape I listen to on a Walkman.
Does it help?
No.
She's not doing it right.
It'll be better once we're all back together.
I'll sleep in your bed
Yes.
until the dreams stop.
What is it like without him, Mom?
I had mushrooms on toast yesterday. I haven't had that since I was a girl.
We went shopping yesterday with Deidre.
She's one of the staff.
Very kind.
We didn't know what to
We
buy.
felt a bit lightheaded.
We felt a bit sick.
It was a supermarket. We had $5 each
We bought some shredded wheat.
and 3 packets of biscuits.
Deidre laughed. She said, "Is that what you want?"
But we never had shredded wheat.
We've seen it on TV.
She said you two are weird.
They weren't very nice, actually. The shredded wheat. But I expect we'll get used to them.
Girls are grown now. Got them taped, got them tabbed, don't let them out of my sight. There's men on the streets, men on the corners, I've seen them. I know what they want. Right. I say right. No talking to men, no talking to boys, not now, not ever, do you hear me? Point my gun. That always gets them. Never argue with a gun. Talk them there. Oh yes, Dad. No, Dad. 3 bags full, Dad. But they're bloody lying just like their mother. Say one thing, mean another. Don't know why they bother. I know everything. I know you. You say one word, flash one look. We don't, Dad. We don't. But they're taking the piss.
He bought us rings.
Wedding rings.
We went to the jeweler's and showed them ourselves.
Mine was powdered.
Mine was plain.
The jeweler was delighted. He said to Dad.
Oh, a double wedding.
And Dad said,
Yes.
In his special voice. His outside voice.
Yes. They'll both be wives.
and we put our rings on and left the shop.
He said it was to keep us safe.
To keep the men at bay.
But when we got home,
You talk to men, and this is what I'll do. Bang, bang, bang! They fire at the wall. They jump and cower, so do it again. I There's holes in the wall. I fired their feet to make them dance. I'm laughing now. She spoils it. She bloody spoils it. She starts to cry. I've told you, no bloody tears in this house. No bloody tears! Get her out of here. Get her out before the room explodes. She doesn't go. So I do. I go. I lie in the garden, face down in the wet grass. Gun sleeping soft beside me. Rain patters, splashes around me. I could sleep for a year. I wish I was dead. I don't know why, but I do.
He wasn't a bad man,
In his own way.
but he needed to be put down.
What do you do with
You
dogs?
take them out of their misery.
Sometimes he'd lie on the floor and shout,
Want to live! I want out! I want out!
So really, we did him a favor.
either he went or we all
It was
did.
only a matter of time.
He wouldn't let us
We
leave.
couldn't let him live. Sometimes he kissed us in the street. Not the father's kiss. People were nearby, people we knew, and nobody said a word. No one said nothing. Janet, me, Mom, Dad, and nobody else did either. But they knew. They saw. All that silence. 5 kinds of silence, each of ours and the world outside. Cars passed, people shot, drinks were bought in pubs, and we slipped through it all like ghosts. This man is my father! I was banging on the glass, but it made no noise. I was opening my mouth, but no voice came out. He was sucking away at our lives. Soon we'd be gone, and the dust would settle as if we'd never been. This, most frightening of all, as if we'd never been. I felt the waters closing over us. He was dragging us down to unmoored graves, and with one last gasp we made for the surface where we saw the light, threw ourselves at the mercy of the air. One square of light. A promise of breathing unaided, and we saw our chance in the darkness. There was no option, do you see that? When you're drowning, you snatch at life. We came out of the darkness and into the light. We are newborn babies, and we're learning to walk.
Standing at the sink. Fizz. Crack! Ah! There's a ripple in my head, a burning smell. My brain's shattering into fragments, hundreds and thousands of colored glass. Ah! I'm dissolving. The room turns magenta pink. When I come to, I'm on a bed. Epilepsy, they say. Fits. Bring me my gun, I shout. And no one moves a muscle. They're smiling, patting my hand. And I realize that I'm not actually talking. I'm not even moving my mouth. God damn you bastards! And this last word, like a roar, bursts from my lungs and smashes them in the face. Well, they can hear me now, all right. Let's get this place ship-shape. I'm not out for the count yet.
No, Billy, the doctor says.
Stop the bloody dogs or who we rot in hell. Bring me my gun. Crack! The noise.
Billy?
Where'd that come from? Was it outside or in my head? I say nothing. I don't let on.
Billy? Do you think you can hear me?
Bring me my gun. Let's have a party. I'm feeling on top of the world. Tell Janet to stop crying. Tell her to shut her bloody face. Let's all have a whiskey. Let's get the show on the road. Crap! Someone's popping something inside my head. What's wrong with you lot? What are you all gawping at?
You've had a fit, Billy. Calm down.
She says I had a fit, but she's just saying it. What I think is some bastard spiked my drink!
The fits got worse.
They took him to the hospital.
And that was the happiest time of our lives.
It was lovely waking up in the morning knowing he wasn't there.
We could eat what we wanted, read magazines.
That's when we knew. We got a taste of forbidden fruit.
We understood what we didn't have. He was sunk from then on, really.
When he first came home, he seemed different.
Weak as a kid and quiet as a lamb.
We were walking on air.
But it didn't last.
The last weekend was like being in hell.
Another little whiskey. Everything's under control. More cracking in my head last night. I didn't say a word. Give them an inch and they'll take a mile. Where the hand is worth two in the bush. What I say goes, what I say goes. Someone come up here. I'm on my own in the dark. Mary, Susan, Janet, someone come up here and do something! Stop crying, Janet. You live the life of Riley, you don't want for nothing! Any more tears, and I'll break your neck! Another little whiskey. Crack! Sparks fly, a bright phosphorescence, my brain hisses and fizzes. Crack! I'm riding on black sky on a sea of pungent scent. I can smell the colors of my own mind. I can smell this television program. I'm back to my dog self, back to the dream. Metal. I smell metal, wood, cordite, Janet's tears, Susan's breast. I smell something blinding, white and relentless. I smell things I can't control. Piss. My piss. Something between my teeth.
Bite on this, Dad. Bite on this.
I can't go on. Load the gun.
Oh. Burnt tires, spent diesel, stinging nettles, cold sweat. I love that smell. So why don't I love it now? My body bucking. The room is rank with it. My eyes stream with it. My fear is filling the room. Bang, bang, bang!
Let it end here. Let it end with us. I don't want grandchildren. Let the plight end here.
When the judge told us we weren't going to prison, we wanted to say thank you, but nothing came out.
She said you've suffered enough. That was very kind of her, we thought. We can start a new life now.
We've got a maisonette.
We plan to have pink carpets.
And a dog.
We've got 4 bedrooms.
One for each of us.
And one for spare items.
We've already bought the Shelby.